What's up, world? This is your Quick News with your boy Nick the Quick, covering the NFL free agency. So it's about 10 o'clock Central Time, first day of free agency, and the Cowboys, Jerry Jones talked about being all in. Didn't say that specifically about free agency, but just in whatever we have to do, we're all in about winning the Super Bowl. And a lot of people took that to think that means they're going to be big-time players in the free agent market. As soon as it opens, we're going to jump out here and get one of these big names that can really help our team take the next step. Haven't done none of that. Instead, what we've seen, Dorance Armstrong, defensive end for the Cowboys over the last 5 years, has signed with the Washington Commanders. Tyler Biadasz, center for the Dallas Cowboys, has signed also with the Washington Commanders. Tony Pollard, we talked about earlier, is signing with the Tennessee Titans. I think we re-signed Jonathan Hankins, a defensive tackle. He does help the run defense, but again, he was a part of the run defense that has been abused over the last couple years, although he hasn't been healthy in some of those games where we've given up a ton of yards on the ground. So it is a positive to have him back, but this definitely is not what all in looks like. Instead of, holding on a hope of all in, we're seeing reports where the Cowboys are saying, or it's being reported that they've said that players like Derrick Henry just aren't in there. Just the price is too rich for them. And, well, then you're not all in. You're just nothing. You're lukewarm. Not really hot or cold. Can't do you no good or no bad. That's what we got once again with the Dallas Cowboys. Excuse me. I've been looking at a lot of different sports podcasts, NFL podcasts, and just seeing, what other teams are doing. The Philadelphia Eagles have signed Saquon Barkley to a 3-year, $37 million contract. Russell Wilson, again, as we broke that story early today, Russell Wilson has signed a 1-year deal with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that's about it. Chris Jones signed a deal a few days back to stay with the Kansas City Chiefs. Christian Wilkins, probably the second best defensive tackle right there behind Chris Jones, signed a deal to go play with the Las Vegas Raiders. And that's pretty much it. Not really been any more splashes other than that. We still got some defensive tackles out there that could help. Some linebackers out there like a Frankie Louvu from the Carolina Panthers that can really help. But I don't know what we're going to do. I don't think we're going to do much. Try to get one of these guys for a bargain, which is pretty much what we do. We always bargain shop during the NFL free agency. And, the reality is that hasn't done us any good. It'll be a name probably that makes us feel a little bit better, but, we're doing the same things we've done for the last 29 years, so we should expect the same results of the last 29 years, and that is mediocre team, low floor, and a not so very high ceiling, and that's kind of where we have hitched our trailers to yet again. Bargain shopping, losing a lot of promising young talent to not only just other teams, but this now is a division rival with the Washington Commanders. Lost our defensive coordinator, who is now the head coach, and Dan Quinn, defensive passing game coordinator Joe Witt, who is now the defensive coordinator with the Washington Commanders. And again, Dorance Armstrong, promising young defensive end. Tyler Biadasz, mediocre to average center, although he does have a Pro Bowl under his belt. Both gone to the Commanders, and we'll see what other moves they make. And again, like Saquon Barkley going to the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm hearing people talk about, well, Saquon has never really hurt the Cowboys. Yeah, well, he was playing with the New York Giants, which wasn't a team stacked with talent. This is going to be different. He will hurt the Cowboys, and it's sad, to think about that. But just with all their weapons, Saquon Barkley is going to destroy the Cowboys. unless we can get our act together and get a couple big-time names in before free agency, the top tier free agents are all gone. If we don't take advantage of get a couple of these guys, especially defensively, yeah, Saquon Barkley is gonna destroy the NFL next year, is what I expect. There with Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. I mean, Dallas Goedert at tight end. Really good offensive line. I think that they'll probably still have some of the same struggles on defense, but they'll probably just outscore everybody, at least getting off to another hot start. We'll see if they're able to maintain that momentum that they built early last season and kind of keep it going throughout the year next year. Not something that I'm hoping for, but just as a football guy, definitely something I can expect reasonably, given the fact that they just probably got the best running back available in this year's free agency. Again, to combat this, we have to get a Derrick Henry. We have to get a couple of these top defensive players in free agency if we want to be able to compete within our own division now. The division just got a ton better here in free agency, and the Cowboys and the Giants made some splashes. Forgive me for not remembering who the Giants signed, but again, they lost Saquon Barkley, so a big chunk of what they did previous years, not to say they can't do something differently better than what they've done in the past, but a big part of what their makeup has been is now gone. And Saquon Barkley going to the Eagles. We'll see what they do. But, the Commanders and the Eagles just got a ton better. Like, we needed the Eagles to get better. Again, I hear some Dallas podcasters, Cowboys podcasters saying, oh, yeah, Saquon has never hurt us. Listen, don't buy into that. That is the words spoken of the believers, those who build Jerry Jones' bottom line and don't hold Jerry Jones accountable. Again, you can be a fan, but be realistic. Let's try to exact change with our actions, not going to games, not buying merch, if they don't decide to put a better product on the field. We got to hold them accountable. But that is all I got for tonight. Please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, I'm out.